Saturday, July the 12th, 2014, afternoon and evening. Looking at Nexrad, the Doppler station there that we had a video on earlier. This is how it's finishing the rain and the weather off here in this situation outside London. On the screen there you can see the focal point of the Nexrad. I assure you it is there. It's smack on that section. So if we start going through the wavelengths, some of the squares that you see are actually when the waves are raised or lowered on the horizon. Certain sections don't show up, but you watch what happens. They're now sending wavelengths into the atmosphere. Precipitation has now kicked in. You see that? That's what that main energy wave is for there. It's ionizing the atmosphere, and when the molecules start being activated they all rush around and it causes precipitation. So here we go, precipitation coming up here. There's the pulses. Precipitation starts. Remember the beams that they send out? There's one, and that makes sure that every piece of rain is reduced out of the cloud and dropped, and you'll see 16 millimeters per hour there in that section where it's being hit. There you go, maximum precipitation. You can't get it any heavier than that. You can only just make it over a larger area. So that's about as heavy as it gets, and then they hit it again. There you go. Now in Ingham, Lincolnshire, you can see these rings that go across Spalding and round on the coast past Skegness. Bear in mind what you've got to remember, this is only a 1 split second shot once every 15 minutes, and these rings are constantly being pulsing for the last 15 minutes with the beams that now and again, it's a fluke we can catch them, but if they are active at that once in a 15-minute interval, they will show up on the radar. So you can see the rings now. At that 15-minute interval it caught the rings. Those rings would have been active for quite some time, but to the left there at Buxton and Stoke-on-Trent you've got that active and dense rainfall. You can see some of it is not 16 millimeters. The bright pink is less than 16 millimeters. When it goes dark purple it is over 16 millimeters. But the point I'm making here is you can see there's a Nexrad station there in Lincoln, and I'll show you where it is on the Met Office website. But here we've got precipitation kicking in, that pulse hit there. So let's start it again. You can see the cloud coming in right there over Lincoln. There's obviously pulses kicking in there. The rain just suddenly appeared. Now I know when you're going over mountains or hills and drops in temperature, precipitation can take place, but very, very regular you will see the rain and precipitation kicks in near Lincoln. It'd be worth driving up and asking them. But you see that there, maximum precipitation there. There's a second cloud coming in, and you can then see when the rings kick there, precipitation kicks in on that cloud. So bringing back to the rings, right, you look at Lincoln there, and we'll look at, there is the list highlighted. Ingham, it's 532006 north, 000 33.33 degrees west, near Lincoln in Lincolnshire. And to show you where it is, there's your baby. That is the Nexrad Doppler radar station, and to show you where that is now, we'll come out of Google Earth. Up we go. There she is. There's the shadow on it. all academic, I suppose this is. North on the page is north, and you'll see that that is the spot there where the central rings are coming out that cause precipitation. So to show you this Nexrad Doppler radar, we're just going to zoom into that on Google Earth. You can see it from above there. And there's our little baby. So I'm going to be monitoring these right across the UK because they're predicting the so-called climate change, not global warming anymore. So they're going to be whacking us with some weather extremes over the next 24 months, I would imagine, and we'll follow them, and if we gain as much information as we can, and then we can put a portfolio together, and we will carry on building up a case. Now, some more anomalies here in South Wales. You can see there the radar, which is another Nexrad fingerprint. These are the wavelengths that you can see on the radar. We can move it forward. It doesn't always catch them. There's another beam going across from the radar station. I'm going to show you where that is. There's a bigger one. So these go out for quite some miles, these do, and we can pull that forward. You can see other rings there in North Wales. That circular motion comes out. They're spread for quite some while. And in Dublin there's also one south of that, which I'll be marking shortly. There you can see all of them active now, the two rings. Now there's two radar stations, Nexrads, which are working in conjunction with each other, and that's when they have most effect. If you look at Weather Wars 101, they have some catastrophic weather across the states, tornadoes, and it's always when the Nexrads are pumping it out at high energy that's showing up. You have a look at Weather Wars 101, some very, very good information there that it uses to prove that Nexrad is the major cause of weather manipulation and one of their favourite tools. So there we go. You can see all the markings there from Dublin going right down to Cork, that beam coming out, and there's another one coming from the Nexrad station in South Wales, and there's both of them working together. So, and you can see various combinations of these beams as they're coming through. So just working it forward there, and here you see precipitation coming across from the east. Maximum precipitation there. Now these could be working, as I say, every 15 minutes of photos taken, or a snapshot of the radar, but what's happening every 15 minutes in between, we don't know, because it doesn't show this. But it just so happened at that point the radar was active to that degree. Now I'm going to show you where the station is. I'll go on to Google Earth. This is the one in South Wales, in Capel, I don't know whether it's Ewan or Luan in Wales. Somebody will correct me on that. But if we go down there, which if you look at the coastline, that's exactly the spot that beam was coming out. So okay, this is easy provable, but what we are trying to show here is that the effect that these stations have on the weather. There are patterns on this showing how weather manipulation with the frequencies that these are discharging dramatically changes the weather, can cause precipitation and cloud manipulation. So there's the one at South Wales. Now for some reason there's only a dirt track that goes to this, but you can just see it in the distance I believe, from down here. Again, it's one of them spheres with the hexagon shape on. Let's have a look. There you go. There's the baby just under it. There's the one. Nice sunny day there. Would have been a nice walk across that field to take a few snapshots of that. We'll carry on monitoring the weather from these positions, and let's see what develops later through 2014. So here's the position of the Nexrad radar. It's actually inside Dublin Airport. It took me a while to find this one, but there it is. It's near one of their car parks, which is internal on the airport. There's the baby. There's the airport. So it's actually to once right next to the runway. Fat chance of having a look at that one close up. Yeah, so when we come out, again, of course, it's going to be easy to show the wavelengths, actually where they were coming from on that. Which is coming up shortly. There you go. So seems to be triangulating along with the other one. They're working together, which is that is what they say they do. But Weather Wars 101, as I was saying earlier, amazing results with precipitation. Now it's forced in all sorts of directions, and you can see 2, 3, 4 tornadoes all around these Doppler radar stations. Maybe that's the thing of the future for us. Is this what they really are planning to do in the UK? It'll be interesting to find out.